Labour Federation Cosatu says South Africa is on the brink of an economic collapse. The Workers' Union Federation has warned that should President Cyril Ramaphosa's government approach the IMF, it must ensure no hostile policy takeover of the country. Cosatu General Secretary Njali has given the government the blessing to go to the IMF, provided it's the last option.
South Africa faces difficult and desperate situation going forward. We welcome the briefing by the President on the available funding options, including a possible IMF loan. We want the country to work with other African countries to get the best available funding that still protect our independence as a continent. We do not want extortionist conditions, whether from the EU, China or IMF. Loan sharks likes conditions that take our independence and colonize us against are not welcome. If the IMF is the best option and it offers us the loan without taking over the country, then we are happy for the government to take the loan from the IMF.
Another warning, this time from the SACP. The Communist Party warns that the future of the country must be safeguarded and sovereignty maintained while looking for permanent financial solutions.
We wish to caution and call for vigilance as we go to international finance institutions, including the IMF, because experience has taught us that you go to the IMF at the peril of your future and possibility for generational debt and trapping your economy in constant stagnation based on imposed structural reforms that appropriate in the main national sovereignty and policy independence. We seek to safeguard these important measures. We need to make sure that we harness local resources that are abundant in our country, particularly in pension and retirement industry, that are worth trillions to bear on our economy. We accept, nonetheless, the exploration of all financial avenues at no or less interest rates and without adverse conditionalities.
Black Business Council says the government must approach the BRICS Bank, where South Africa can borrow at a much cheaper rate. But also says the IMF is another option, but not to raise funds for government expenditure.
We also then need to look at the IMF, but the IMF, we can only use it when it comes to their rapid financing instruments that can be able to show up our foreign currency reserves, not necessarily to get funding that is going to fund government expenditure. We need to look at it from shoring up our foreign currency reserves, just in case we need to import and we've got a shortage of foreign currency.
Whatever President Cyril Ramaphosa's government comes up with as an economic stimulus package, it's expected that it will protect the South African economy and help the poor swim against the high tide. Samkele Masego, SABC News, Johannesburg.